This is Machukanyarieko TV Talk Show, where we analyze politics and governance issues. We focus on national, local, and international news. We examine the political way of our people, social and economic. Nyarieko TV Talk Show, the house of ideas.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Machukanyarieko TV Talk Show, the house of ideas. And today I'm going to focus on ways in which the Matiangi team is looking for numbers so that they will win by 8 a.m. 2027 presidential candidate position. It's important for all of us to know first that to win an election, there must be numbers. And that's why you have seen people like Rigathi Gachagua have taken much of the time in the Mount Kenya region to consolidate the votes. That's why they are trying to ensure that the Mount Kenya South, East, and even West are together. The same case applies to Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo Musyoka hardly gets out of the eastern part of Kenya. The same case applies to Natembeya, Kijana Eugene Wamalwa, and Cleophas Malala. Each and every team that is associated with Rigathi Gachagua is working day and night to ensure that they consolidate the votes from their regions. In this case, Fred Okengo Matiangi is not different. It is well understood that the first constituents for Fred Okengo Matiangi is the Gen Zs, because Matiangi was proposed during the Gen Z revolution in Kenya area or mid last year. They proposed him as their presidential candidate. The Matiangi later responded by saying that if Kenyans decide to give me an opportunity to serve them, he will do so. The same Matiangi disease spread to the mountain. Today, each and every person in the mountain will tell you that if these people can all agree to front Matiangi, then these presidents will be taken very early in the morning. So the mountain is solidly behind Fred Okengo Matiangi. Probably where I've not gathered sufficient information from is Mount Kenya South. Now, Fred Okengo Matiangi has also been tasked to look for at least 2 million votes that he will use to negotiate for presidential candidates when they sit on the table. But Matiangi has gone ahead, is now looking for 3.5 million votes. And this is how Matiangi is going to get the 3.5 million. First, Matiangi has made it sure that there is gospel, there is the Matiangi gospel everywhere in the village for young people to get national IDs, those young people who have attained the age of getting the national identity card. Of course, these are used in getting the voters card. Matiang'i has gone ahead to deploy a number of people to ensure that all the people from his home in the diaspora, everywhere, in Rift Valley, Kajiado, Western, Nairobi, in short, the Kisses in the diaspora, sing in one voice. And according to my analysis and sources, this has been very successful, and that's explains why it was very difficult for the former Prime Minister to tell the fans of Shabana that the Kisses are not ready for the top position, or they cannot win the top position. Another new method that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is impressing so that he can reach the 3.5 million is by incorporating their first cousins. Those are the Kurias. Now, the last 1 week, you saw that the Kuria people are being brought closer. They are being brought in one table with the Wusi community. Knowing or unknowingly, the meeting that was attended by both leaders from Kisii, including those in the government today and the opposition from either sides, from the Kuria and from the Kisiis, will at the end of the day end up supporting Fred Okengo Matiang'i. That alliance is political. There is no any other explanation that can be given between the Kuria and the Wusis. These are the brothers. They speak a similar language. For those who understand the Kisiis, they can very well listen to Kuria and grasp much of the information that they communicate. The same case applies to the Kurias. They can as well understand or get the information that is been passed from one person to another in the language, in the Wusi vernacular language. So these are the brothers. They have assisted one another in the previous events. This includes when there have been issues along the borders of Kisii. These people historically came together and assisted one another. Therefore, by this team coming together, it's just like the Meru, Embu, Kikuyu, Akamba associations. So they have also seen the only way we can increase our number is by looking for those who are very close to us. If you go to Rift Valley, the Kalenjins, these are different groups, but they have been brought together by just an umbrella name. Why not us? And by them incorporating the community, it means by the end of the day, they will be having about, or at least 3 million votes in the basket. And this will enable them to come out with strength, to speak with strong voice, because elections is a game of numbers. Let's watch. At the end of the day, the people like Migosi, people like Majority Whips, Verna Sosoro, people like Onyonga, Senator for Kisii, will transform this to be an association which will benefit one man, one strong man, who is Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And through this, Okengo Matiang'i will be able to negotiate with other regions of the Republic of Kenya. This will increase the constituency for Matiang'i. I said earlier that Matiang'i has already half the Gen Z constituency. Machuka Nyarieko TV, we encourage you to subscribe to our videos so that we continue feeding you with the information, ideas that are required. Thank you and have a pleasant evening.